Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is another quick video just updating you on something that I did last week. So last week what I actually did was I uploaded a new part to a video series talking about live trading updates on my portfolio. Now to all of you, you know I am a trader and investor. I trade in the financial markets. I trade Forex, stocks, indices, commodities, and I trade a huge amount. I run my own investment group and I train students in about 27 countries around the world. So my main goal of these videos is to help give you live portfolio updates on what I do on a weekly basis about my trading decisions, the trades that I'm taking, the trades that I'm closing, to help educate you and teach you more about how you could do this for yourself as well. Now, these are going to be on actual trades that I'm taking, and what you can do is actually go onto my live verified portfolio on my FX book and actually see that these trades are real trades. So this is being risked with real money, with my investors' capital as well, and these are going to be trades that you can learn from. But these are not going to be trades that I would recommend you would take unless you are actually taking them just because you want to. Please don't take my advice as actual financial or investment advice. These videos are purely for educational purposes. But on this video, what we're going to be doing is talking about the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, and about a buy opportunity that I've spotted on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame. I'm going to run through a quick few points to show you a bit more about the technical analysis of this video. But one thing I'd like to say is also make sure to go over to the previous video if you would like to have a look at the previous week's video talking about this exact trade and how I made money on this trade last week and how I said I was going to make money on the trade this week as well. So go over to this thumbnail, you can watch that video to see about the first episode we did on the series and then come back to this one to continue. Something else I just wanted to say is to any of you who want to keep updated on weekly educational content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also keep updated with all the videos we have. There are tons of videos in the video library you'd be able to watch that can teach you about trading, investing, and wealth management. So when you're done with this video, head over to the other videos and see if there's something that you'd like. But back to this video, what we're going to be doing is just having a look at some of the technical aspects, and then I'm going to be sending you on your way to test this out for yourself. So on the chart, what you can see is I've just got the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen open on the hourly chart. So just to start off with, this chart is something that I was having a look at last week on that previous video. And as you can see, what we're looking at here is a bearish channel. So effectively, you can see price action is forming in a bearish channel that is coming down from this higher resistance level all the way down to this lower resistance level. And as mentioned in the previous video, these pink rectangles are actually where the price is testing the support levels. But what you can also see is price has fallen below this level once before to test the level much lower down. Now you can see here that price is also pushing on this area right here. Now, an important part is not just going to be this single aspect, it's also going to be a second point. And this is going to be something that you'll see. I don't just use one single point to execute my trades. I try and find as many points as possible. So the next one that you're going to see is that there is a convergence point. And what you can see back historically on this level over here is that there was a large formation of price action between these two price levels. So if I go back on the chart here, and I zoom in, you can see right in this level over here, there was a large amount of price action forming within a range. What happened was the price formed within these two ranges. You can see how it's bouncing from the resistance to the support and then broke out to the upside, moved all the way up into this high level, broke back down and then back up again. It actually used the previous resistance as a new support, which is effectively called a Gartley. And as price moved up within this bearish range, you can see how prices continue to fall in the daily chart. It's tested all of these pink support levels, and you can see now we're back at that previous level. But what you're going to see is that this level that we're currently on and the previous historic level are on the exact same points. So not only do we have this bearish support level where it's testing that support, we also have the previous historic horizontal support level. Now what you're going to see is this is effectively called convergence. And on a video where I was talking about this, I think it was about 3 videos ago, I'll put the thumbnail right up over here. I talk about exactly how you can actually spot these convergence levels and trade them for yourself. But this is going to be point number 2 that I'm going to be making use of for this trade. Now what you're going to see is that point number 3 is talking about the stochastic level, and the stochastic level is going to be something important. So as you can see, we're looking down right over here. you can see how the stochastic is in this incredibly oversold region. So if I just use a rectangle, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about right over here. So you can see it's in red, but this is effectively the point. You can see our price has moved way back down to this level, oversold, and then followed by finding a way to move back up. Now you can see previously when this time has happened, you can see our prices continue to recover, and way back here how prices recovered. This was quite late to the game, but you can also see that if we go back to these previous historic levels, how when price was in this very low point, how it recovered so strongly. So what we necessarily consider is within this previous range, now that we're back in that historic horizontal range, we could be using the resistance as a new target area. So let's say, for example, we went and bought in at this low price over here at the previous support, we could possibly wait for price to rise to that resistance level. Now, to any of you who want to learn more about exactly what the stochastic is, I also have a video up for that as well. See, I've got a video up for every single question you're probably asking on this video. So go over to that thumbnail, you can see it talks about exactly how to trade with a stochastic indicator, and I'm sure that's going to help you out quite a lot. But let's go back to the video. So what you're also going to see is not just on the daily stochastic there, you're also going to see on the weekly stochastic where we've got something relatively similar forming. So the weekly stochastic is also oversold, and you can see over here how the weekly stochastic has stayed oversold for a very long period of time and has not recovered. So what that could effectively show is that the price is sliding and it hasn't found a support level. But now that it's back at that previous historic support level, there could be a chance that it wants to use that level as the new support and that it wants to bounce from that level. So once again, like I said to you, in that video, the stochastic video, that would be able to show you exactly a lot more about how to use it. But another point is going to be talking about the Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands is what we basically use to see the average range of price movement. I don't have up a video about how to use the Bollinger Bands, but I am going to be uploading one soon. But you can effectively see how when price action moves into the bottom level of these Bollinger Bands, you can see these black lines that are forming at the bottom. You can see how price is rejecting from those levels. So it's bouncing from this Bollinger Band level. And if we look back historically, you can see going way back, we've got over here where price entered the level, just pierced below and then broke straight back up above. We can see again over here, again, there was a small break below and then a slow move back above, followed by a move back down. But then you can also see way back in this historic values, how when price moved into this lower level, it rejected the price level and moved slightly higher. Now with all these correlations together, you can see that price action is in that exact level right now. So what this can mean for us is not only that the Bollinger Bands are not the greatest way of technical analysis, so what I'm trying to say is the best tool to use, it is sometimes an important factor to consider. Given the fact that we have so many other reasons for this trade to prove that it could be a possible trade, we can also use the Bollinger Bands. But what I do recommend is you don't just use the Bollinger Bands. Now for myself, I've got about 7 or 8 other points that I've used on technical analysis to prove that I could be taking this trade, and I'm actually probably going to take this trade quite soon. And now what I said to you, that previous support level is where I want to be getting in on the position, and that historic resistance level way back on those historic levels like you saw is where I want to try and keep my target price. And that's a simple example of a trading opportunity that I'm going to take. I've walked you through a few simple points that you can use to try and use this trade as an educational opportunity. Once again, like I said to you, to any of you who want to learn more about trading and investing, just make sure to like and subscribe, and you're going to keep updated with all the educational videos. But to any of you who want to actually learn more about how to trade and invest inside my training academy, I train students in over 27 countries around the world. I run a specialized online training academy where I bring in students and they are able to train with me, with my coaching team, and learn about trading and investing. We have a very, very extensive training program that they can use so that they can learn about how to do this and make money for themselves in the process. Any of you wanting to find out more about that, just head over to www.msequitiestrading.com and you're going to get all the information you need about how we train students in so many countries around the world, about our online training platform, as well as our training curriculum and our training syllabus. But once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Make sure to leave a like if you thought this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers for now, everyone.